A heartbroken swan got stuck in an iron fence, and if a man hadn't discovered her in time, she might not have survived. After making sure she was safe, the man turned to leave, but the rescued swan quietly followed him and even walked with him into a shopping mall. The shop staff thought the swan was his pet. While the man carefully picked out some clothes for himself, he even jokingly chose a t-shirt for the swan. That small casual act ended up causing him far more trouble than he expected. When they left the store, the swan continued to follow him. Confused, the man thought, "I only saved your life. You're not planning to come home with me, are you?" But the swan followed him for 3 kilometers, through turns and corners, all the way to his house. She stood quietly at his door as if pleading to be let in. When the man finally invited her inside, the swan suddenly became gentle and elegant, enjoying the grains he offered. After eating her fill, she behaved like she had chosen him as her new guardian. She played around the house with him, completely at ease. From then on, whenever the man went out for a stroll, he would bring the swan along. When they got tired, he would sit with her at a restaurant and share lunch. The swan was incredibly obedient. Whenever the man called her name, she would come running from afar. Living in the man's home, she enjoyed royal treatment. Over time, their bond grew stronger. Once, a neighbor playfully tapped the man on the shoulder, and the swan immediately pecked at the neighbor to protect him. She even followed him to work every day. But after spending so much time together, the man realized that the swan belonged to nature. No matter how much he loved her, she deserved freedom. With a heavy heart, he said his final goodbye and drove her hundreds of kilometers away to a wildlife reserve. Though reluctant, he knew it was the right thing to do. A year later, when the man returned to the reserve, he finally saw the swan he had been thinking about. She now had a beautiful mate and a nest filled with eggs, which had already hatched into adorable little cygnets running joyfully around him. Seeing them, the man felt deep comfort knowing he had made the right choice. As the swan swam across the shimmering water with her family, he realized that the truest kind of love isn't possession, it's giving freedom, allowing life to shine in its own world.